Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me, Baby Girl Slaughter, better known as Carolyn Denise, Miss Niecy. I am back with another reading. Over on Facebook, because I'm gonna upload this in two different places. I'm gonna upload this on Instagram, Rumble probably, and YouTube most importantly, and then I'll probably upload it to Facebook as well. Yesterday when I got on here, I did a reading from a book called Celestial Gateway, right? And so where I left off was, let's see, as I know some of you do not have a Facebook. And so I want to make sure that I am sharing this information in a couple different places. Why am I sharing it? Because I think it's very important for us to, why is it not coming up? Okay. Here it goes. It's taking a second. Why am I sharing this information? Because I think it's important for us in our work for ascension, our ascension work, right? This is the whole point of me coming on here and sharing information and, you know, putting our collective minds together, because anything that can help you on your path and your walk with the divine, then you're all the better for it, right? I'm glad to be off from work. I got off work on time today, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do this. So we left off on part 6, divine degree. I read inspired by the dedication theology, the affirmation, the government of shadows, or the covenant of shadows. I guess I should say that. I thought that I had read, I thought I left off at divine decree. So let's just go down. Let's just see. I did read divine decree. I read the affirmation. I read the opposition, the covenant of shadows. Okay. And then, let me see. I left off at the dual paths of understanding. That's where I left off at. So without me chit-chatting, I just want to read. I want to share this information with you. And I want us to sit back and think about, no, Mimi, I'm going to lay down. I want us to sit back and think about what I'm reading. And I've got my little attention girl on here. This is Mia. See, she's gained weight. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. She's so nosy. Look at her. She's looking for snacks. She didn't have any clothes on. My pretty girl. My precious baby. Kiss on the top of her forehead. Go over there in your chair and lay down. All right. No, I'm not picking you up. All right, let's get into it. Think of the concept like a secret key that only a few can use. It's about waking up a special kind of power inside of us. A journey not everyone decides to take, but is full of hidden wisdom for those who do. Imagine there's a big web of simple beliefs and rules we all follow because that's how society works. But if we want to find the real truths hiding underneath, we need to start a personal adventure, digging deep and asking questions. And this is what we're doing, right? Seeking knowledge can spark something inside us, like waking up to a new way of seeing things, or really wanting to understand deep truths. Asking questions lights up our path, helping us see more clearly and go deeper into things we don't yet understand. We might feel surrounded by something mysterious that's hard to get, but feels very real inside. This mystery pushes us to look further beyond what we usually accept as true, into a place where the usual facts don't apply and the secrets of the world start to unfold. Even though we're part of a huge universe, we might sometimes feel lost or disconnected from something bigger than us. This idea is like a bridge back to that bigger part, helping us find our way through the maze of what everyone else thinks and believes, okay? As we go on this journey, we should keep our minds open and let our curiosity lead us. It's about being brave enough to ask questions, even if they challenge what you think we may know, and always look for deeper meanings. This journey isn't just for a few chosen people. It's open to anyone brave enough to start asking and keeping asking Let me go back. This is brave enough to ask questions, even if the challenge what we think we know, and always looking for deeper meanings. This journey isn't just for a few chosen people. It's open to anyone brave enough to start asking and keeping looking for questions. Along the way, we'll find new ways of seeing the world that can change us in big paths. Make this book your close friend. It's like a bridge that connects real world knowledge with magical secrets, especially for those who feel curious about the hidden sides of things. It will help guide you to a deeper kind of wisdom that's more than just learning facts. As you read through it, expect to have lots of aha moments. Things that seemed hidden or too complex will start to make sense. And you'll feel closer to understanding the big picture of how the world works. Your main goal, to really get the big ideas that shape our world and blend them into your everyday life, making everything richer and more meaningful. Okay? And this next part is the ensemble of vibrational frequencies. The immutable truth, everything is vibrational energy, each pulsating and its distinct frequency. From the microcosm of our cellular makeup to the ethereal realm of our thoughts, all reverberate with a unique vibrational signature. And this is why they use this against us, because the majority of people are ignorant to that fact. They don't understand that every single piece or part within our bodies, our cells, our organs, our bones, all vibrate. And everything around us affects that, right? The frequencies affect us. Cell phone towers, EMFs, the toxins in our foods, the metals, the heavy metals in the air and in our water. Everybody is toxic, and the government has made sure that everyone has a healthy dose of poisonous toxins in our system. This is why it's so important, like Chief Webb says, to fast and to maintain, to maintain a healthy lifestyle as much as important. I'm talking to not only you, I'm talking to myself, because this week I fell off because of the snow, the weather, and everything else. Not making any excuses. I'm just simply saying I am not walking 100% the way that I need to be. So starting tomorrow, I'm going to go back through and do my fast again and do my cleanse and get off of it on Monday. So I'll just do a 3-day this time around. So that is important for us to understand, that everything vibrates at a certain frequency and at a certain resonance. And, you have millions of magnetite crystals in your brain that vibrate. Just like Chief has read in The Science of Sacred Secretion, and so have I. Victoria Lalu has explained it very eloquently and very simplistically about how our bodies work. And we're not taught this when we're in school. This is stuff that you have to go seek out if you want to learn the occult knowledge. And I hate the word occult, because all that means is it's hidden. And it really is. It's hidden in plain sight. It really is. So, just as harmonies arise from sound waves, warmth emanates from molecular oscillations. Such palpable vibrations in our world offer a gateway into discerning the more elusive energies that make up our existence. Beyond the tangible, the intangible pulses, our emotions, intentions, and thoughts, like pebbles creating ripples upon a pond. Each emotion and thought emanates waves of energy. Grasping these nuanced vibration empowers us to master the labyrinth of our psyche. Central to the spiritual ascension is the act of elevating our vibrational essence. The metamorphosis seeps into the unique facets of our being, shepherding us towards authentic fulfillment and self-actualization. The advantages of heightened vibrations ascends our existence. They beckon peace, joy, and holistic well-being. Conversely, frequencies at the lower spectrum can cultivate tension and emotional upheaval. As articulated by the law of attraction, sustaining an elevated vibration augments our prowess to manifest positive synchronicities and outcomes. What you think, so you shall become. You gotta, whatever you're taking in, if you're in a toxic environment, or you're listening to this booty crap music, or you're watching porn on the laptop and on your phone, and you're being around these low vibrational people, don't think, and you're eating this fast food like McDonald's, don't think your ass ain't gonna vibrate at a lower level. You're not gonna make it like that. And I'm not being mean when I say this. I'm just being 100% direct. I mean, there was times in my life where I did all those things. I'm just going to say, I'm not perfect. I'm human. If you want to use that word for the terminology. All right. I moved that way, but it was years ago, and I've grown and I've elevated myself since then. Nobody's perfect, right? We are striving to be the best version of ourselves, right? Everybody has challenges. Nobody's perfect. But when we recognize our shortcomings and our mistakes, every day we get a choice and we wake up, we have a choice to do better, right? Like Chief says, it's all about choices. You choose to stay in that state. You choose to hang around those people. You choose to eat that food. You choose to watch porn. You choose to stay around low vibrational or toxic relationships with people. That's your choice. You can make a change for the betterment of you. And this is what this should be, because this is a university. This is a school. This is a grand experiment in this dome. And people say, oh, it's a game. It is a game. And then I've heard Chief say it's not a game. It is, but it isn't. Because what do you do with infinity? If we are infinite, if we're infinite beings, right? We live a long time, and our human minds in this capacity that we're in this box, we can't understand that we're all interconnected and we live on. From when we leave these bodies, we existed before we came into these bodies. You see what I'm saying? So it's all about choices. And this is the growth time. You're coming into this knowledge. You're seeing this page. It's not an accident. You're seeing this video. A higher power or a higher vibrational you is telling you need to listen. You need to look. There's something that you need to do within yourself. That's all. I mean, just as well as I'm talking to you on camera, I'm talking to myself, right? So it says, when we come into this fulfillment and self-actualization, the advantages of heightened vibrations ascends our existence. They beckon peace, joy, and holistic well-being. Conversely, frequencies at a lower spectrum can cultivate tension, emotional upheaval, as articulated by the law of attraction. Sustaining an elevated vibration augments our prowess to manifest positive synchronicities and outcomes. Such rarefied vibrations also open portals to transcendent states of awareness. Key intuition and etheric revelations. They serve as a bridge connecting us to the ethereal dimensions, profound sagacity, and perhaps even celestial entities. Nurtured by the radiant energy, relationships blossom, okay, characterized by the compassion and the cognizance. Furthermore, these vibrations hasten our spiritual evolution, purifying karmic traces and realign us with the existential calling. The path is elevating one's vibratory state is paved with practice such as contemplative meditation, which I have to work on, consciousness, existence, wholesome nourishment, eating real food, not this fake GMO crap, okay? And altruistic endeavors, incorporating these rituals into our the quantital life ignites an inner transformation, guiding our ascent to higher spiritual echelons. And then the next part is the journey from belief to knowing. This is the one I want to get to. The evolution from belief to knowing symbolizes a deepened progression in both thought and experience. This is what I was saying in the video yesterday when it talks about people will say, especially in Christianity, they will say, I have this belief, I have faith, I know that Jesus Christ is my Savior, my Lord, my King, and I have faith that, he will save me, right? I mean, this is where you hear this spiritual talking, not spiritual talking, this religious talking. And I used to be that same way too. I used to go to church on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, sometimes Saturdays. I was in the choir. I did extracurricular activities outside of church with church. I mean, it was just, I tried to constantly stay involved, right? And I was in a youth group, right? I tried to constantly stay involved and stay motivated. And my thing is that the one thing that they don't shed the light on and they don't teach you while you're in these places of worship, right? Because it's great for community. I'm not gonna bash anybody who has that, okay? I understand where I am in my life and I've elevated to a higher perspective on things, right? Growth spiritually. The one thing that they don't teach you is you have to look outside yourself for this magical being in the sky, when truly, truly the power lies within you, right? You have to take accountability for your own actions, and you have to understand you are your own savior. You can't wait for somebody else to save you. See, this is how this trap was created by the Zionists and the Vatican and the Crown and these higher dimensional beings, if you want to say reptilian, the 9 different species of reptilians and these other extraterrestrial beings. This was created to keep us at a certain state in mind and to keep us stuck in this karmic loop. Okay. Once you get to that knowledge and understanding, you understand what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying. For those of you who don't, and you're still going into these worship centers, then you're going to be stuck in this karmic loop because there's more to it than just what they're teaching you. They're teaching the surface level of the text. You got to understand that the kingdom of heaven is within you. The creator of all lives within you. You are the creator and you are a co-creator, and you're not tuned in to what the creation is trying to tell you. See, that's what they don't teach you in these places of worship. All right. They teach you to put your faith and your trust in God, but you have to understand that you are God. You're God in the flesh. Our temples, our bodies are our temples. Okay. And we have to tune it in, just like everything's vibrating thousands of times that we can't see. Okay. The creator of all has been waiting for you. This is desolate up here because we don't utilize what we have. That's why they say we only use 10% of our brain, because we're not divinely aligned with the creator. That makes sense, right? As its essence, belief, and accepted idea, shaped heavily by societal influences like upbringing, culture, education, and religion, okay? While these beliefs structure our perspective of the world, guiding our choices and behaviors, they may be accepted without critical thought. As such, they sometimes lead to constrain our misdirected understanding. And you've got people who are teaching you what they've been taught in a university and what they've been taught by this person and this person, when truly, if you go sit in nature and sit in silence outside, you'll learn more about the creator of all just by observing the nature than what you will hear in this man in the pulpit collecting your cash when you go in there, right? I'm just simply saying there's a perspective that you got to look at. Some of you are not ready for this knowledge, so keep scrolling, keep moving, because I'm not here to cut the corners. I'm here to share this information, and we're going to put our minds together and critically think about this, right? Think about the things that I'm saying and I'm reading. In contrast, knowing is anchored in direct experience and thoughtful contemplation. It's an assurance stemming from personal understanding. Beyond just having information, knowing and emulates within the core the subtleties and finer points of a topic or idea. This understanding becomes holistic, combining personal insights, intuitive knowledge, and careful discernment. The transition from belief to knowing is a conscious journey. Say it one more time. The transition from belief to knowing is a conscious journey that some people they're not ready to make. They're going to hang on and die with this belief because my family's in this church, and my grandmother, my mama, my daddy, my husband, all my family's in this church, and I can't pull away. Then that's you. You are the tradition of men. You're following the tradition of men based on what you've been taught since birth. And I mean, I get it. So again, the transition from belief to knowing is a conscious journey. It's about challenging one's accepted truths, examining their origins, and questioning their foundation. The introspection refines these beliefs through rigorous evaluation. Just like I was always taught when I was in the different churches. I've been in Church of Christ, Jehovah's Witness, Methodist, Baptist, there's one more, Apostolic. I've been in like 5 different churches. I even went to a coven, a Wicca church. I mean, literally, seriously. And my whole thing is that these organizations stem from one central point. They want to say all the text is God's inspired word. But when you go back, like I did over on Facebook and pulled up the Sumerian text, right? I went online, I showed you the website and where you go to examine the text and read the text. You can tell that the text, that the Bible, the King James Version Bible, was copied from 10 different books, primarily the Sumerian text and the Torah papers. And I mean, it's like 10 different books. So it's not God's inspired word. It's King James who put this text together. And most people don't know he wrote the Demonology book over here. And I've got this mug over here somewhere. I got it over here in one of these things. I don't have a catalog. It's up in here, one of these books. I got it. I mean, I got it. The Demonology book. And I mean, it just makes you go, he wrote, that was wrote before the quote unquote God's inspired word or the God's word. So, I mean, what are we talking about? Really? You got to use your critical thinking and use careful discernment. I mean, it is what it is. So it says the transition from belief is knowing is a conscious journey. And I mean, you got to get to that point in the elevation of your understanding. A commitment to firsthand experiences is essential. It pushes one to move beyond hearsay and experience principles directly. For example, instead of just accepting the benefits of meditation from others, one immerses oneself in a practice to understand its true essence. Continuous learning remains crucial. Dedicating time to research and interact with thought leaders deepens understanding and opens doors to primary knowledge and sources. A significant facet of this transformation is honing intuition. Trust in and development of one's inner guidance can lead to a transformative realizations anchoring deeper knowledge. Methods such as meditation and mindfulness become invaluable tools in this process. As one advances from belief to knowing, they experience an invigorated assurance in their insights. This fortified understanding shapes choices, paving the way for determination and action. The knowledge-based foundation enhances adaptability since knowing is often principle-driven rather than rooted in fixed beliefs. It equips one to readily adapt to fresh insights or evolving situations. The depth of one's interactions also sees transformation dialogues become enriched, marked by a blend of profound sharing, attentive listening, and genuine engagement. This refined engagement cultivates deeper connections and mutual understanding. Okay? And then it says decoding divinity. This is the next part, this next chapter. The principle of universal interconnectedness underpins numerous spiritual traditions, presenting the enduring belief in a potent force of cosmic or consciousness weaving all aspects of creation. The cosmic force, often termed the divine, is the foundation of all that is. It signifies the innate spirit or origin that breathes life into every dimension of reality, okay? Recognizing this interconnectedness guides us on a path of enlightened perception and awakening, often associated with the third eye. Humanity doesn't hold an exclusive claim to divinity. No, because just as well as my chihuahuas down here, a lizard, a pet snake, a kimono dragon, okay? Other entities off world. We all have that divine spark because we're all interconnected, whether anyone wants to believe it or not. That is the true essence, okay? And it says this belief extends to every life form, suggesting that everything, a blade of grass, a tree, dirt, sand, the waves in the ocean, okay? From minuscule microbes to mysterious unseen realms, holds a fragment of this divine light. Such inherent divinity underscores the value and infinite potential of all beings, reaffirming the reverence of existence. Nature reveals complex designs that echo tales of the divinity artistry. And my mind goes back to the golden ratio, the Fibonacci sequence, where you could see it in your thumbprint. You could see it in a ring of a tree. You could see it in a blade of grass. Anything that's ever been created has that signature. Okay. Even if you look at our DNA on computer, AI, it even has a stamp on there that says we are gods or God. Okay. It has that. I remember doing or listening to a lecture with Billy Carson. This was years ago when he brought that up. And I was like, I will forever remember that because it's true. You can go out there and do your research, go on forbiddenknowledge.com, take some of his classes, some of his courses to elevate your mind and to get off this mess that's being perpetuated out there by the mainstream. Yeah. So now I have a hard time watching TV. If it's not specifically a few shows on TV, I turn it off and I'm watching documentaries or I'm listening to a podcast to elevate my mind because I don't want to stay in this quagmire or muck, right? So it says, throughout history, cultures have fashioned symbols to express their understanding of divinity, unity, and cosmic balance. Icons like the yin-yang, the cross, the the ankh, among others, stand testament to our shared grasp of sacred. They act as spiritual touchstones, leading us to profound insights and harmony. In daily encounters, certain moments might resonate deeply. Ever pause to contemplate their significance? They're not mere coincidence by cosmic pointers directing you towards spiritual enlightenment. Once you begin to interpret them, expect a transformative journey. Cultivating awareness, okay? It says about genuine perception. Immerse yourself into your environment. Listen, engage, and reflect. This helps you discern the universe's subtle clues or cues. Visualize tuning into a cosmic broadcast where every sound holds a message for you. I advocate exploring age-old spiritual teachings. The Celestial University offers a vast collection of esoteric knowledge or literature beyond mere text. They serve as guides, lending perspective to symbols you discover. As you merge these teachings, you will personally experience moments of realization will unfurl. Meditation extends beyond realization. This is another part. It's a portal to a realm of heightened clarity, a picture, a serene lake. Meditation stills its waters and offers vivid reflections. As you decode these symbols, life's nuances gain significance. Casual conversations, random tunes, even passing thoughts. Each act takes on a deeper meaning. With this insight, decision-making transcends mere logic. It's steered by omens, symbols, and enriched sense of purpose. Trust these signs. Trust the process. They're your guiding stars in life's intricate dance. Your realization of interconnectedness sharpens. You're more than a spectator in the cosmic play. You're an integral actor, pivotal to its grand narrative. You've got to tune in, you guys. You got to tune in. You've got to sit in silence. Bill Donahue, years ago when I was listening to his courses or listening to his stuff and I reached out to him, the one thing that stuck out of my mind is he said, go into the closet and shut the door, put a towel under the door and sit there in silence and just still your mind. When you first do it, you're shouting. Your voice is really loud in your head. And as you meditate more, then that voice becomes softer and becomes more quiet. But it takes practice and it takes time. And I used to always fall asleep and I still do sometimes. But just sitting there in silence and quiet just stills the mind. Literally, not being on your phone, not having any electronic devices around you, just being in silence, right? Just as a young sapling's growth its way by its environment, our beliefs are shaped by our upbringing. Our families, communities, and cultures influence all play a pivotal role in this molding process. As soon as you're pushed out of the womb, you're being molded. You're given a sex, you're given a name, you're given a race, the time of birth, you're given shots, vaccines, you're being prodded and poked, and then you're given a mom. They're supposed to put you up against mom to do skin-to-skin contact. You're coming out of the womb and you're in culture shock. That's why the baby sleeps so many times out of the hours of the day, because they're getting their downloads. You're a clean slate when you come back through the womb. And then all this stuff is put on you. You're putting all these filters and all these perceptions and all this stuff, all these beliefs. And then you've got to learn as you grow older to peel them off so that you can come back to your true essence as you were when you were a babe. It says these beliefs act as lenses through which we interpret the vast world around us. But what happens when those lenses are limited or tinted? Life resembles a vast puzzle. Each piece is a unique experience or perspective. When our view is narrow, we only see a fraction of the entire picture. And it's all by design that we're honed in, because we're put in boxes, right? Think about interactions with people from diverse backgrounds. A limited perspective can lead to misunderstandings and missed connections, affecting not just our personal experiences, but societal dynamics as a whole. Expectations can be both a guiding light and a blinding veil. When they align with reality, everything feels right. But when they don't, disappointment and confusion often ensues. Think of the traveler whose visions of sunny beaches are met with the rain, then entire experience is colored by those unmet expectations. Life's vastness is like a library, with every book offering a different perspective. Embracing open-mindedness is akin to exploring these books with genuine curiosity. It's not about abandoning our beliefs, but being open to new ideas, even those that challenge our core values. And that's the test. There's a lot of racists won't do that. Imagine life as expansive forest. To fully grasp its beauty, we have to venture deep and off the beaten path. This means seeking new experiences, engaging with diverse cultures, and stepping outside of our comfort zones. Knowledge in its vastness is like an endless ocean. Each dive reveals more treasures. further enriching our understanding. Whether it's art, science, or tales from far off places, continuous learning broadens our view of the world. Turning our gaze inward, self-awareness is a journey of its own, and most people cannot be with self. They do not like themselves. They don't want to be alone. They don't want to have time to self. And that's the number one thing you've got to identify with. You've got to be okay with yourself. There's a lot of people who are broken, who are damaged, and cannot clean out their muck or cup of muck, and they continually keep going in relationship after relationship after relationship. Hurt people hurt people. Learn to love yourself and be by yourself. Learn to be by yourself. Seriously. It's the only way you're going to heal. Often our deepest assumptions go unchallenged. Truly expand our perspective. It's essential to scrutinize these foundational beliefs. It can be an enlightening, though sometimes challenging endeavor. Rather than a straight line, life is like a winding river with its twists and turns. Embracing adaptive thinking allows us to navigate its unpredictability, making us more resilient and open to wonders it offers. All right, next chapter, the harmonizing trinity. We're looking good on time. We're at 30 minutes. The mind, our bastion of thoughts, emotions, and decisions, acts like the command center guiding our existence. Every thought, every emotion, and every decision resonates from this epicenter, okay? Yet, like any epicenter, it has its tremors, okay? Overthinking and mental anguish can throw our cognitive rhythm into a disarray, causing internal conflicts that touch our facets of our being. It's true. Now imagine our bodies as the vessels navigating the vast sea of existence. There are tangible ambassadors, feeling every sensation, expressing every gesture. A well-tended body is our steed, carrying us through life's treasures or life adventures, carrying us through life's adventures. But when we falter in its care, our journey can become arduous. An unhealthy body not only weighs us down, but casts shadows over our mind and over our soul. The soul, in contrast, is our ethereal flame, unceasing and ever burning. It's the compass of our internal cosmos, guiding us towards purpose and belonging. But even the brightest flames can flicker when faced with existential storms or spiritual dissonance. Understanding the intricate wealth of the mind, the body, and the soul is vital. We are three bodies. We are Merkaba, light, energy, body. Okay? We are three bodies. They don't teach you that. You don't know that, but now you do. You got to take care of all three. All three have to be brought back into balance, okay? And it says, this dance choreographs our well-being. Stress, for instance, can manifest as a physical discomfort, while ailments can weave threads of desolation into our minds. Our beliefs, meanwhile, tint our thoughts, and those very thoughts can shape our spiritual journey. So everything's interconnected. Every even physical activities like dancing under a moonlight sky can feel like whispered prayers, and spiritual tranquility can be mirrored in our body's vigor. The mutual influence underlines the essence of harmonizing both our physical and our metaphysical sides. Very important to protect our energy, our bioenergy field. It is very important to understand that our body is electric, and we need to consume food that is alive and that has photon energy, that is electric, that powers our bodies, right? I mean, people should know this, and I'm sure you guys do. To tread the path of holistic well-being within its trinity, consider holistic pathways. Submerge yourself into practices like yoga and meditation. They're bridges connecting our mind, body, and soul, ensuring the move in harmony. Self-reflection. Pausing to look inward helps us discern disruptions in our trinity. It's akin to charting a course and ensuring we steer towards equilibrium. Tending to each pillar. Strive for a balanced diet. I still need to work on that, and I am working on that. Immerse yourself into continuous learning and cherish spiritual reflections. And nurturing each aspect, we harmonize our vast system. And then seeking illumination. There are times when the wisdom of mentors or spiritual guides can illuminate our path, offering clarity in our quest for balance. Okay? And it says, embracing this trinity envelops us in the cloak of wholeness. Next, fortitude. A harmonized being stands tall against life's torrents. The collective strength of the mind, body, and soul grants us the grace to persevere. And an enriched existence, a life in sync with mind, body, and soul, intensifies our experiences, weaving deeper connections, infusing our journey with meaning. This trinity, the mind, body, and soul, provides the blueprint for a fulfilled life, nurturing each element while celebrating their synergies, okay? Paves the way for profound, vibrant existence in a world often sidelining these essentials, championing them, becoming our beacon towards a purposeful life, okay? Now, I'm at 34 minutes. Do you guys want me to read one more chapter? I think I'm going to stop. So when we come back, I'm going to read into the conscious co-creation. So we still got a lot. We're on page 30 and we've got 278 pages. So I'm going to deep dive through this. Like, I want to read it and I want us to kind of chew over it and, think about what I've read. But I also want to make sure that we stay on track and that we're focused, because why I'm sharing this information is because it's a betterment for myself and a betterment for you to share these things. And there's nothing wrong with us covering the same information material in different ways, right? Science of Sacred Secretion, the Becoming Supernatural, the Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now, the Neville Goddard collection, all of these things, the Book of Wisdom, the Celestial Gateway. This is what I'm reading right now, the Book of Celestial Gateway. It all comes back to oneness with thyself. Know thyself and know the creator, right? And so what we're doing is we're examining different text. We're pulling out the pieces and we're assimilating everything that we've read thus far so that we can build a foundation on this knowledge that we have, right? Going forward. The key is to become Christed. It is to ascend, okay? It is to balance the body, control your physical body, know when it is time for you to your fast and for you to be in balance with your moon cycle, and making sure that you learn how to appropriately raise the energy in your body and utilize it for the betterment of you to reconnect with the divine inner being, the creator of all, and yourself, right? Anyway, I hope you guys have a great evening. Thank you for joining me. And remember what I always say, be the change you want to see all around this earth dome, because it's up to you and I to make a positive change. I'll be back for another reading soon. Talk to you soon.